The Poor Tradesman and the Philosopher's Stone. Once upon a time, there was a tradesman living in a small town. Once he had been rich, but over the years he had made some bad trades. Gradually his business went from bad to worse, until finally he was so poor that his clothes were in tatters, his house was run down, and his family didn't even have enough to eat. He was desperate and didn't know what to do. One day he heard that a wandering saint was passing through the town. Everyone said that this saint was unfailingly generous. It was said that wherever this saint went, he always helped the poor. The tradesman felt a glimmer of hope, and he went to visit the saint. With tears in his eyes he pleaded, "Kind saint, in your great mercy, please help me end this dreadful poverty, so I can provide a better future for my family." The saint gazed thoughtfully at the tradesman. Moved by his desperate situation, the saint reached into his sack and pulled out a dull grey stone. The tradesman's heart sank. He had hoped at least for a handful of coins. "This stone," said the saint, "doesn't look like much, but it is the Philosopher's Stone, which can change any metal into gold." He placed the stone in the tradesman's hand and said, "I will return in 3 months to take this stone back." The tradesman stared in disbelief at the stone in his hands. "Buy some metal," the saint went on. "Then use the stone to turn the metal into gold, and then sell the gold. If you use the stone well in this way, in 3 months you can change your entire situation for the better. But remember, I must have the stone back in 3 months." The tradesman was filled with hope, and he thanked the saint profusely. As the saint left the town, the tradesman called after him, promising to follow his advice precisely. The first month, the tradesman went to the market. To his dismay, he found out that the price of metal had just gone up from 5 rupees to 7 rupees. "It's too expensive," he thought. "I'll wait until next month, when the prices will surely go down." The tradesman didn't realize that if the metal cost twice as much, or even 3 times as much, turning it into gold would still have made him rich. So the first month went by, and he hadn't used the stone at all. In the second month, he went again to the market, hoping for a better price. To his disappointment, the price of metal had now gone up to 10 rupees. "I can't buy now," he thought. "I'll wait another month." Finally, the third month came around. Now the price of metal was at 15 rupees. This was the highest it had ever been. "This is just too expensive," he thought. "I'll wait a bit more. The price is bound to drop." But now the 3 months were up. When the saint came to take his philosopher's stone back, he was surprised to find the tradesman still living in poverty. "Haven't you used the stone?" the saint asked. The tradesman explained that he hadn't bought any metal because the prices were too high. The saint looked at him with compassion and deep sadness. "Oh, dear man," he said, "even if the metal was expensive, turning it into gold would have made you rich. You had a golden opportunity, but you let it slip through your fingers." That's when the tradesman realized his mistake. He had had the chance to change his life, but he didn't take it. This life we have is our philosopher's stone, which has been loaned to us only for a certain period of time. To be born as a human being is a rare opportunity. If we use our life for its true purpose, we can discover God within ourselves. But if we keep putting off our spiritual work, thinking it will be easier later, We will be like the poor tradesman, letting the rarest of all golden opportunities slip through our fingers.